What's going on, guys? I have a very special unboxing for my original followers that are big fans of football and footy boots. This for me is by far my most favorite unboxing, my most special unboxing video. And people are asking, "Hi man, what is that?" I'll show you in just a second. These are boots that were actually unreleased to the public. Oh, that's right. So unreleased to the public. In fact, these are prototypes, so these never made the final cut. At least not this model in particular. These are, if you can't tell, the original adipures, and this is a prototype model that was released to players in 2008 or 2007. I think 2008. You know, players like Kaká and whatnot. And they were whited out, obviously, so you know, people from onlookers and bystanders couldn't tell that these were, you know, a new model that were coming out. So these are very special. They're a lot different from what ended up being the final product for Adidas. But just a little background story, you know, these came out, as you can see they're numbered here. These came out, or the sort of design behind this was, you know, a leather boot that could compete with, you know, like a light boot at the time, which was, you know, the Vapor. You know, light boots, Nike had just starting to grow more and more in popularity, you know, and getting lighter and lighter and lighter. Adidas decided to make this boot, which for me is like just a slipper. By far the best leather boot I've ever worn in my life, and I swear by this boot. I wore mine to the ground, because once you break it in, this leather is just like another layer of skin, and because it was so light, you know, they shut off a lot of the weight from the Copa. You know, a lot lighter, a lot thinner. Just overall perfect boot for anybody. But yeah, these are samples or prototypes, so I find it very lucky to have found a way to get my hands on these. As you all know, if you guys have been following my channel since the beginning, I've always praised the adipure and I've always loved the adipure, but just the first model. After the first model came out, I didn't like, you know, the next generations. They were horrible. The second generation was just shitty, and they tried to go with different lacing and lower cut ankle, so I just hated it ever since then. But the original was the best leather boot. So never worn, never used. These were given to the pros to test out, and I have right here over here what ended up being the final product. So these are what ended up being the final product, and there's really not that much of a difference. The only difference really that's very noticeable, obviously, is the tongue. You know, the tongue on this one, first of all, it's just one piece of leather all the way down. There's really no cushion for lace bite or anything like that. It's just a little thin piece of leather here, and then the flap. So a big flap. The final boot, as you can see here, this is the final. So you see the mesh, and you see the tongue is not, there's no flap on it. It sort of just lays in there. That's really the only difference. Weight wise, I think they're about the same. So, but you guys have been following my channel for a while. You know how special these are for me. You know, I always praised the adipure. I loved it, and it's nice to have my hands on something that goes down in history. You know, this was the first attempt at making a lighter, thinner leather boot. So, but let me know what you guys think. I'll make another video just showing more of this plus the other adipures that I have. But definitely, I'm very curious to see how you guys feel about them. Some of you are too young to even have tried the the OG version of them. Nowadays, with Nike and Adidas, they're trying to attract the younger crowds with freaking, I don't know, it's like Skittles on steroid colorways, ridiculous, loud colors, obnoxious colors. It's nice to have like a nice traditional, white on black design, or a white out design is just gorgeous, or a blackout design, just nice, clean, simple, classic. Don't be so over, I don't know, flamboyant. You know, have that me sort of attention grabber. You grab your attention with your skill. So that's the way I feel about it. But let me know what you guys think. And always, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I sure do. Good night.